Okay, what we got here is a Chinese elm. It's looking real good. Today is the middle of March, and what we need to do to keep this the way it is, we're going to prune it heavier so that it'll look like this as we get to the growing season. They come in and do the work themselves, but he wanted some help, so I have this for a few days. Hopefully that I can get this work for him done. It's pretty nice. So the goal today is to make it so that this will stay like this. So the technique that I'll be using today is for maintaining what we have. So we're going to prune a little bit heavier necessary, so when it starts to grow, it comes back looking like this. So anyway, you will be a little bit harsher than we normally do, but it's for a very special season. So this is pre-growth season. So you can see that this is just beginning to bud out. Anyway, here we go. I guess we could start here. And then, well, there's two branches running parallel. This is the main and this is the secondary one. So we'll get rid of something like this. And then right here, it forks off. So do we go this way or this way? So in relation to the front, I think it'll look better if it went this way. And see how it's starting to dip down? So if you save that, then you have this branch going in the direction you want without having to apply the string or wire. Okay. On the same branch, we still have going this way. This is the main, this is the secondary. So we gotta cut it at least to here. Actually, it might even be better there, but I like to go with when there's existing sub-branch. Let's see. Okay, now we're up on top. I think it's going to start to get too big, but there's a branch down here, so I'm going to take this off. And then around here, I'm going to take the big ones off and make it smaller. And here we have, I think, this small one and the big one. So I'll take the big one off. Now this is towards the apex where everything needs to stay proportional, right? We don't want any big branches up on top. They belong down below. Nice branch, but we don't want to keep getting too much longer. So I think I'll cut it off here. Like this. And then this one here don't need to be so long. So I'll cut this and let this little one do the work now. And see, you notice that on a lot of these, I'm cutting off the big and saving the smaller, right? That gives us a little bit better sense of taper. Actually, this one looks like it might be better if I just cut it off here and go that way, because this is the front and it's coming forward too far. So I'll show it. Cut again. Okay, so I'll move towards the other branches. Okay, now this one here, I'm going to cut this bigger one off and then shorten this up, shorten this, and then try to save that. Once again, trying to get it to dip down rather than keep coming up. So there's a right here, there's a branch that's going flattish or slightly dipping and one going up. So if you take that off, then it'll stay where you want it to be. This one right here, that's the front, and I think it'll come off better here. And Okay, see? This one, we'll probably look for a branch that's going that way so we could get a better angle. So a lot of this will get done as we let it grow back, right? Okay, we got the front. We got this one and this one all in the same area. Do we keep both? Well, we should take one off, but which one? Now, if this is the front, this one coming forward, so I think we should actually take this side off, or not. Or maybe I should go like this, and then kind of fill that space in. See, these are all the decisions you have to make. And I'm going to take this off. Any mistake will only last a couple months. Actually, eventually, all of it will come off. But I saw this area that maybe could use a little bit of green, so I left that for now, and then took that one off. Okay, this area, I think this one is much too long, too strong, so I took that off and then do something like that. And then I think having it long is okay, but kind of busy. So I'll start to open it up some. And a lot of these bigger ones take off and then try to keep this taper going. The lower part, I tend to leave it long so that it'll fatten this area. Also, there's a scar here that needs to heal. It's doing its job. It's starting to roll over. Now, this area is a concern here. I'm going to try see what happens if I go that way. But I think what it is this branch is much too big for where it is. Usually on the lower part it's okay, but this is what's happening. I think it's in the wrong angle. And there's a little one here that'll take its place, so I'm going to take this off. And then as we go this way, it forks off. I like the angle going down this way, but it's not as interesting, so I'm going to go ahead and go this way, and maybe something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this whole thing. I think there's maybe 2, 3, 4 branches that could come off. But I think I said it before, I usually don't do that unless I have people here that owns the tree. But I think, well, especially as we go on and develop more, I think more branches could come off. Keep it simple and clean. When I first saw this pot, he had this nice band. Well, it's getting kind of worn out looking now, but that's a strip of copper. And evidently he could keep the snails out. They don't like to go over copper. But anyway, if you're wondering what that was, that's what that is. It's a strip of copper. And I always thought that it was a fancy design when it was brand new. But anyway, I think I'm done for now. Like I said, if the owner was here, I would kind of watch their reaction and make recommendation in terms of taking some branches off. But I think I'll stop for now. And then I did feed it so that if any mistake was made, it will be taken care of. This branch, I think, could be shortened quite a bit. And this branch, not sure whether it should stay or not. Anyway, those are my questions, but I think because this is not my tree, I will stop here. So anyway, I was assuming this was a Chinese elm, but I have some doubts. It might be something else. Mike, he likes to attend bonsai shows, and he has picked up some unusual plants. So sometimes I make assumption and I find that it was wrong, something more rare. Well, at least I don't have it around here. But anyway, so it doesn't matter whether it's truly Chinese elm or not. This is the same technique that we should use. So anyway, this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. So this was Mike's tree.